Hey guys, this is Starshot here to welcome you back to another Let's Play of Legend of Heroes. We last left off just taking care of those darn ravens along with the mysterious black-masked men who, stole all that money from the matron. But we were thankfully able to get it back and find out that the mayor was behind the whole thing the entire time because he wanted to make lots and lots of money from the land that the orphanage held. Such a dastardly villain. But now our next thing to do would be to go ahead and report back to the Bracer Guild, talking to Jean, and hopefully bringing this dastardly mayor to justice. So let's go ahead and get started. So, for the most part, I guess this is another reason why I've taken to the Legend of Heroes series, because, not all the events that occur are world-changing or world-important. They can be more or less just be focused more on a group of people and not just, and not the entire country is in peril or anything. But it's also nice, and it tries to keep things more local. So the whole thing with the mayor or the Sky Bandits, or pretty much the Sky Bandit fiasco and everything that happened there. We went from just stealing a jewel to a bunch of hostages being kidnapped, and now here we are trying to prove the mayor's corrupt just because he wanted to make more money and get rid of the orphanage. Delmore was behind everything. He was just pretending to be all kind and everything from the start. I've been kind of wondering about this, but will you be able to catch the mayor this time? Huh? She raises a good question. This may be difficult. The Bracer Guild has a non-interference policy when it comes to government affairs, and considering he has control over the whole ruined region, arresting the mayor isn't going to be easy. Hold on just a second. Doesn't anyone else find that strange? It is funny, but the law is the law. That's why the guild can have branches everywhere, even in the Ebronian Empire. Yeah, but still. Anyway, let's just get to the guild and talk to Jean. I think he'll have some useful advice for us. Okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We just need to make the man in charge pay his tab. Yes, that's right. Yeah, well, I guess that's always a tricky business when you try to bring government officials to justice. And actually, that's kind of funny. I don't really remember having to deal with this sort of situation that much in any of the games I've played, for the most part. I think there might have been a situation similar to this in Mass Effect, maybe? Or, I guess sort of, but not really, now that I think about it. You had some corrupt officials sometimes, and you dealt with them in your own way, but I'm not sure if there were too many ways that stopped you from trying to dole out justice, since being, this one, as being as bracers, you're limited by certain laws. But as a Spectre, you kind of got to do whatever the heck you wanted, and that was the same when you became an outlaw, what was it again? I keep thinking Cybertronian, but that's not right. That's Transformers. A Cerberus agent, right? What is it, Chloe? Well, are you two going to the guild? I just remembered something I need to do, so can you go ahead without me? I will catch up to you shortly. That's fine. Are you going back to campus then? Yes. I think I should report in to the headmaster and let him know what's happening. Okay, I got it. We'll be waiting for you at the guild. And of course she's gonna do something else, isn't she? I'm sorry, Estelle. You too, Joshua. And let's see, begins a notepad, or produces a notepad and pen and begins scribbling furiously. This ought to do it. Sieg! Oh, we're already back. I understand. It's just hard to believe that Mayor Delmore is behind these recent events. This is certainly a major incident. So, Jean, do you think the mayor can be caught? Well, I'm afraid it's going to be rather difficult. The only way it'll really happen is if he's caught in the act. I figured as much. You can't be serious. So we just have to allow a corrupt mayor to stay in power? Now, there's no need to panic. The Bracer Guild's hands may be tied, but the Royal Army can get him. Oh. Estelle, Joshua, I would like for you to go to the mayor's estate and question him. It doesn't matter if he gets angry, I just want you to buy us some time. And you'll contact the Royal Army in the meantime. Haha, precisely. I'll contact the Leston Fortress HQ with the orbital communication system to request assistance. I don't like having to rely on the army, but I don't see any other option. Okay, once Chloe catches up to us, we'll go see the mayor at once. I made it! Sorry for the delay. Not at all. Perfect timing, in fact. That was pretty quick for a run to the campus. Well, I'm pretty fast on my feet. So, what's the plan? We were just talking about going to the mayor's estate. We have to stall him with an interview while the Royal Army is contacted. Ah, I see. Maybe that wasn't so necessary after all. So will you be coming with us? Oh, yes, please, allow me to accompany you. We'll be counting on you to contact the army, Jean. Just leave it to me. Okay, it's definitely been quite a while, so I'm not quite sure what Chloe's role or that note she wrote to Sieg would entail or who it went to. I have two kind of scenarios in mind, but as I said, we'll just have to let them play out and see what happens. I've watched a lot of TV and played a lot of games, so I sort of know how most stories go, but this one, I guess, is definitely a toss-up to me right now. Man, this place is huge. Is he really doing all that nasty stuff from a place this nice? I don't think that really matters. Mayor Delmore is originally from a large family of nobles. I think this estate has been passed down for generations. Okay, so the estate wasn't paid for in blood at least. That's something. Anyway, we need to find him and question him. Well, hopefully that shouldn't be too hard to do if he's here in the house somewhere. Or I guess mansion, really. Welcome to the ruined mayoral estate. I'm terribly sorry, but the mayor is currently attending to some guests. Perhaps you could come back another time? What? Now hold on just a second. I'm pretty sure we know who the guest is. It's Duke Duan, isn't it? What? Why, that's exactly it. Have you received an invitation as well? Yes, it came directly from the mayor himself. I apologize for the inconvenience, but would you mind? Now that I take a closer look, you appear to be bracers. If circumstances demanded it, then please, go on up. The mayor and Duke are in this banquet hall on the second floor. Excellent. Thank you for your help. Oh, right. With so many guests arriving, I really must prepare some tea. Please, pardon me. What? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how impressive it was that you knew the Duke was here. Oh, it's just a matter of asking the right questions. He's planning to sell vacation homes to the rich, remember? Duke Duan might as well have a bullseye target painted on his misshapen head. Wow. That's smart thinking. Where'd you come up with that line about the mayor inviting us? It wasn't a line. He did invite us over the first time we met him. If those ravens start making trouble again, feel free to drop by and let him know, or something like that. Oh, that's right. Haha, so he did invite us. Exactly. Well, why don't we head up to the banquet hall? Well, it sounds like we actually might caught him in the act if he's already trying to sell vacation homes before they're even built. Pretty much counting chickens before they hatch, really. And yeah, apparently this guy's just curious, even though he's only the butler. But, yeah, so it's time to expose this mayor for his nefarious schemes and see what happens, because, you know, as I said, with how long it's been, I have no idea what's going to happen next. And this is definitely one of the reasons why I've been really waiting for the sequels to come out, even though I sort of knew they existed, but because of how long it'd been since any of them had shown up after this came out, it was kind of sad that I never did play them until now. I like the sound of that. Ruin would be the perfect place for a vacation home. But still, seriously, I have to interrupt here. Selling vacation homes that you're not even built yet. You know, I can understand trying to sell homes before they're even built just so that whatever the person wants made can be put into the house, but still, you know, you really should at least make sure you have the land rights or something before you go promising homes. I think I might stay for a while. Haha, I had a feeling you'd think so. I'll see to it that you get the finest place available, my lord. I believe you'll be quite satisfied. Ha ha ha, you're quite the smooth talker. But good, money is no object. Prepare me an estate that is worthy of your future king. Make it as splendid as your holdings here. Pardon me, my lord, but wait a moment. The queen asked you to consult with her before spending such an amount of... Silence, Philip. I am to be your next king. Oh, great. This is definitely one of the least liked characters that I'm ever gonna have the enjoyment of playing through. Like, I'm pretty sure even the villains I would prefer over this guy. Such purchases are every day for a man of my standing. Yes, of course. Well said, Your Grace. We can get a written contract together shortly. But first, one more drink. Oh ho! Hi there! Greetings from the Bracer Guild. You. Hick! What do you people want? You look kind of familiar. Oh, it's you! Hi, Mr. Butler. We just dropped by to talk to the mayor. No biggie. This won't do. If you're here on guild business, you should speak with some semblance of manners. I'm in the middle of an important discussion, so why don't you come back later? I apologize for our rudeness, Mayor. We intend no disrespect. We simply came to report to you that we have identified the arsonist. Ah, that. Well then, I suppose. My lord, would you excuse us for a moment? Yeah. No, say what you're going to say here. This sounds interesting. But it's okay. Maybe the Duke will have something to add. It won't do any harm for him to hear this, will it? Well, if we must. While we're on the subject, it seems that Matron Thea was attacked again last night. Could the arsonist be linked to that? It seems very likely. Unfortunately, the attackers are still at large. I see. Still, at least you say you know who they are now. So, who did it? Who indeed? It's exactly who you think it is, Mayor Delmore. Ah, I see. That's quite a shame. I was hoping I could make them see the error of their ways before it was too late. I suppose that was a vain hope on my part. Huh? Who are you talking about, Mr. Mayor? What do you mean, who? Why, the Ravens, of course. They've been hiding ever since last night. I'm sorry, sir, but they aren't responsible. This time they claim to be victims themselves. What? So, without further ado, the culprit is... Well, I guess because we want to try and hold things off a bit, you know, try and make the interview last longer before our mayor here clams up, I think I should go with Stuart Gilbert. But I'm slightly curious about Duke Doohan. I really wish I could ask you guys which one to choose. But I guess you'll just have to make your own choice, and hopefully you'll let me know what the turnout is. But personally, I want to play this out a bit longer, so I'm going with Stuart Gilbert here, and blame him, and see what happens. The Mayor's Stuart Gilbert, acting on the orders of you, Mayor Delmore. Oh, okay, so it just simply went right back to Delmore. I guess I should have gone with the Duke then. Oh well. We already have Gilbert in custody, and we know everything. We also have proof that you stole the money donated to restore the orphanage your lackey set on fire. Can you deny that charge? Nonsense! Do you think I know those people in the black colos? Well now, that's a little strange. We didn't say anything about black clothes. Gulp. This is absolutely ridiculous. Gilbert was acting alone. You don't know when to give up, do you, old man? We know that you are plotting to build vacation homes on the land the orphanage occupied. Do you still deny the charges laid against you? Persistent little brats. But I've had those development plans in place for ages. They're just part of Ruined City planning. What reason would I have to be so impatient that I would resort to criminal acts? Well... how about a mountain of debts to pay off? Oh, okay. That actually makes a lot more sense than just being greedy for greedy's sake. But what debts, I guess? Not Neil? What are you doing here? I figured I would come to the mayor's place to do some investigating when I see you two going in. The whole thing smelled fishy, so I decided to sneak in. That's it in a nutshell. Just who the hell are you? Oh, I'm a reporter with the Liberal News. The name's I keep messing up his name. Neil Burns. Or Niall Burns. Actually, I've been checking into the city's financial affairs recently. And what do I see but that Mayor Delmore here has been diverting funds from the city budget lately. They're funds for the expansion project. I'm not buying it. You haven't even started construction. I thought it was kind of strange, so I dug deeper and found links to the airship company's services. Now that was quite the little surprise. 1 year ago, you took more than a few trips to the Calvard Republic. I was just sightseeing. A reasonable claim. But the truth is that you've amassed a nice big debt over there, am I right? Sorry, but I'm not really quite sure what to say here with exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation... I messed that up. So, I'm not really quite sure what to say other than that he's surprised. You're losing me. How? By using town funds to speculate in risky commodities in the hopes of cashing in. Buying goods when they're cheap, selling them when they're high, that kind of thing. Oh, I get it. So, how much did he lose? From what my fellow reporters over there told me, something to the tune of 100,000, or I think that's pronounced 100 million mira. 100 million mira? That's 100 times the amount donated to the orphanage rebuilding. I can certainly see why one might turn to crime over in an amount that high. Hick! 100 million? I'm pretty free with my spending, but I've got nothing on you. Gulp. This isn't a competition, you know. Now that you mention it, He took funds from the city budget to pay off his debts and stave off any questions. But I can't understand why he would turn to arson and theft to build his vacation homes. It just all seems so random. Where is your proof? Go ahead and run your story. With all its wild speculations, I'll sue you and the newspaper for liberal. Suddenly confident, aren't we? And you all. The Bracer Guild does not have the authority to arrest me. I'm the mayor. I want you out of here now. I guess he's right. He knows his rights. Mayor, may I ask you one question? What now? What is a student of the Royal Academy doing associating with such people? Disgraceful. Return to campus at once. And apparently Chloe looked Mayor Delmore directly in the eyes, her expression cold and stern. Why did you not use your own assets to pay off your debt? 100 million mira is certainly a lot of money, but I think that House Delmore surely has enough assets to settle the matter. This estate, for instance, it would easily sell for at least 100 million mira. Don't be ridiculous! This estate has been handed down in the Delmore family for generations. How could I ever simply let it go? The orphanage was no different. For many, it was a place fondly remembered. No one has the right to destroy something like that. How could you do such a thing? How dare you liken this estate to that dilapidated old hovel? You care for no one but yourself, more than being the mayor or being the head of House Delmore. You pitiful man. You have quite a way with words, young lady. But let's see if you'll change your tune in a few minutes. Fango, Bronco! Come, it's dinner time. What the? That smell! Holy crap! Those are the ugliest looking dog monsters I've ever seen. What the hell are those things? Monsters! Gurgle. I'm guessing he's fainted, but I figured I would try to do the gurgle sound there. My lord! And he fainted too. Unbelievable! You actually keep monsters as pets? Everything you think you know will die with you here. Don't worry, if there's anything left of you, I'll dump it in the river. He's crazy! Grrr. Actually, I think those do a better job than I could. So, it's fighting freaking monsters part of the stalling plan now? Well, at least now we can arrest him for trying to kill us. I'm sure the other stuff will stick too after this. I bear you both no ill will, but I will not allow you to harm anyone. But man, the balls this guy must have to keep pets like this. I'm curious how he even got them in the first place, would be my question. So let's see what we're dealing with here. So let's see. Monster bred for war, extremely high offensive skills, but is weak against arts. Okay, so we should apparently use arts on him to take care of him. Well, I got napalm breath, so that's pretty good. And they've done quite a bit of damage to us here, so... And yeah, it's more or less these two are the ones hit. So I'll go ahead and just do a heal, even though they don't really need it as much, but you know, might as well let our healer do something. Let's see. And I guess I'll do an aerial so I can hit both of them in this case. And see how much that does. But man, this guy is... You know, at first I thought he was just trying to pay off a debt because he was an idiot, but he really is evil. For the most part. You know, but I guess that's a sad thing when it comes to the whole aristocratic scenario. Since his family were part of nobles, they apparently are too prideful for their own good. Apparently that barely did anything to the other guy. I guess I should have read him first before I used that move. Yeah, apparently has extremely high art defense, but is weak against physical attacks. And apparently this one has more health than the other one, actually. So, and since he's not much of an art user, I'll go ahead and have him do the attacking, since he's pretty good with that. And have her, of course, do the arts. Or actually, I'll keep her on heal duty, since they seem to hit pretty hard in this case. As I said, because of how hard they hit, I'll just let her keep healing. It also really helps that she has so much EP. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and keep attacking, and I'll make use of my CP move when I have the chance. But man, these dogs are really annoying, aren't they? But since he's weak to physical attacks, let's make sure to keep the physical on him. But yeah, this mayor is definitely pretty evil, you know. So he makes a nice enough bad guy, and it is a decent enough surprise. Of course, we never heard about anything like this from beforehand. Yeah, great. Well, so much for the heal, huh? At least it'll help Estelle, but I'm not too happy that they went after Joshua so easily. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the guild before I left, didn't I? Well, I should be fine for now, but let's make use of the potluck in a shell to revive him here. And hopefully he apparently won't survive as long as either one of them is alive, I'm guessing. So I'll need to do something to take care of that, I guess. See, he's down to 1,000, and he's down to 1,000, so I need to get rid of at least one of them. I'll see if I can do something about him. Oh wow.
Sorry.
Damn, they really are tearing into me, aren't they? Let's see here. I guess that's the question, if I'll be able to beat them before they kill us both.
Good to go.
Because they keep focusing on us that I can't seem to do much against them. Let's see, yeah, this one's weak to the attack. Darn. Come on. Come on, don't tell me this. Okay, good. Party was defeated. Sorry for that slight delay there, but yeah, now we have to either retry or go to the title screen. And since we sort of know a bit more of what to do against these two, I'll pretty much want to focus on the weakest one first. That being, well, with him, with how weak he was to physical attacks, I think it's best to try and focus on him first and take care of him right away if possible. Since, as we can see, they do hit pretty hard. And so it'd be a good idea to try and heal up while I can each turn because of just what they're doing here. But as I said, it's the best thing to do would be to focus on one of them and do as much damage as possible while healing. And of course, when you have trouble, try to heal or cure people of their status effects too when you can. But it might help to, if, you know, just for you guys, if you want to make this battle a bit easier to, darn it. I was hoping to do something before that happened, but they're really tearing through us, aren't they? Let's see, I'll have to make use of a craft here. See if doing one of this will help or not. Yeah, I'll go ahead and taunt. It's not really going to hit either of both of them, though. So let me go ahead and do a revive and hope that tides us over for now.
Good to go.
course, goes right for him. I'll do a reviving bomb just to make use of that. I'll go ahead and do one of these heals since it's a lot faster and works sooner than my regular attacks. And thankfully they went after those two, so I'll have a chance to heal up with the other ones as well. And there's some recipes while I'm at it. But let's see here. Well, I think for now, because of what we're dealing with here, I'm gonna do a morale and see if the increased strength can help. And then of course get a heal in as well. Okay. Need to keep going after this guy if we're gonna make any progress here at all. Oh, good. And of course he has to boost the other guy when he dies, so that makes things even better, aren't they? I definitely need to speed things up if I'm gonna make any progress here. And he's also weak to art, so I need to focus on having these two do something. But since we should probably get our healer help speed up here to help. So much for that. So I'll go ahead and boost her and see if that helps at all. And go ahead and heal Joshua here. So much for that. Oh good, he missed. So, thankfully she's, I have these items that will help, but yeah, I can only reach Joshua right now. It's a good thing I have quite a few of these, don't I? But yeah, I need to move if I'm gonna... Can I go ahead and do a heal here though? Oh, yeah, I'll just go ahead and heal him right now, that should help. So this is another reason why to have these items handy. But yeah, I need to at least move a bit closer to try and reach Chloe here when I get the chance. And I'll go ahead and do a heal up Estelle here to try and keep her alive. And sadly he's not close enough, or she's not close enough yet, so I'll have to do another move closer to her if I'm gonna revive her at all. And pretty much just keep healing Estelle here, and hopefully she'll get over to Chloe here and we can try and deal with this stupid dog monster. If I knew I was having such a tough fight, I would have done more to prepare for this one. Now for coffee ice cream, because that always helps everything, doesn't it? Well, hopefully. Good, now that everyone's here and alive, let's go ahead and do a massive heal for everyone. And I'll go ahead and do a clock up to try and speed things up a bit. Okay, so we pretty much got that going. And I'll go ahead and just do another clock up for, never mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a napalm breath and start finally hitting this damn wolf. He's also one of the scariest looking dogs I've ever seen. I would never want to find this in my backyard or front yard, or any yard for that matter. Yeah, I guess for the most part I'll have to kind of keep healing somewhat here and there. But I'll just do it for 200 for now, just to save on EP a bit. Sadly, there aren't really any super strong arts for her right now, so I'll just go ahead and do Aqua. But thankfully I'm doing something at least. And since he's getting a lot lower now, I should be able to finish him off with these last 2 hits. Well, that was a pretty tough battle, but thankfully I was able to get through it. You pretty much, if you don't know what to do, you still have a chance with future knowledge and a new strategy. Of course, it did take quite a few items to take care of him, but thankfully we were able to win with a second chance and not have to do any significant grinding either, and plenty of seeps to go with it. It can't be! My sweet babies! How could you do this? You're one to talk. In accordance with Bracer Guild protocol, at this time with authority, we're placing you under arrest. Surrender and you will not be harmed. You leave me no choice but to use my trump card. Huh? A wand? Time stop! I can't move. Did he use an orbital art? No, this has to be an artifact. So, what the hell is that? Well, well, your knowledge is impressive, Miss Rins. This is the Cronus Rod, an artifact which happens to be a family heirloom. It can completely paralyze anyone within range in the blink of an eye. That's crazy. How does the church not know about such a powerful artifact? Haha, but the tool crafted by the wise ancients themselves, what else would one expect? Tactical orbits can't even begin to compare to this. Sadly, it only has that one function. Which means I'll have to sully my hands and dispose of you myself. You should consider this an honor. Let's see. I think I'll start with the smart-mouthed little brat first. Who are you calling smart-mouthed? Perhaps I'll save the intelligent girl for last. Now, what was that you were saying about authority? You could plead for your lives. It might help, but I doubt it. To you? Yeah, right. Keep your filthy hands off. What's that? Keep your filthy hands off Estelle. Don't you harm a single hair on her head, or I'll use every technique I know to cut your miserable carcass to pieces. What? Joshua? Joshua, you certainly talk big for someone who can't even wiggle his fingers. Fine, I'll start with you. Stop! I'll never let you get away with hurting him. Joshua, die. No! What? That light. Damn it, if I could just reach my camera. What's going on? I can move again. Estelle, what was that black light? I don't know, but I think it came from that orbit Dad sent us. Impossible! My family heirloom! My artifact! It's broken! It hardly matters since you've played your last hand. It's time to face reality. Yeah! I can't believe you'd really stoop this low. It's disgusting. Grr! I will not be taken in! Ah! After him! Okay. Hey, wait up! I can't let a story like this get away. Oh my, I believe to have lost a few years off of what little remains of me. My lord, are you alright? My lord? Monsters. The monsters. course they, have another exit out of here or something. See this exciting chase going on? And of course a boat too, with a sail attached even. Hey, wait, what's that? It's Mayor Delmore's yacht. Hey, wait! We can go after him in this boat. Come on, you two, get on aboard. Alright, will do. Sorry, Neil. You'll just be left behind. Hey, let me come too! Whoa, eek! That's pretty fortunate timing, actually, that the bridge decided to go up today, right now. Right, we're closing in. This craft is small and lightweight, so we have the edge, it seems. But he still has the gun. Damn stubborn little. Take this. Ah! What? Ha! That'll teach you not to underestimate a bracer. Joshua, flank him to on the right. Roger that. Huh? Whoa, how'd he get so fast? The wind is blowing towards open water. It's catching his sail and giving him a boost. Not good. At this rate, the yacht will have a clear advantage. We won't be able to catch up. Say what now? Ha ha ha! It looks like Adios smiles on me today. I bid you farewell, brats. You've got to be kidding. We were so close. He's going to get away. There must be something we can do. What the? They're here. Oh, apparently Chloe got in contact with someone. Alright, getting away is all well and good, but what now? I guess I'll have no choice but to head for the Empire. Or, if I lie low for a while, maybe he... Wow, that looks like a fairly nice airship that belongs to the army. What? What? Oh, that sucks. Oh wow, he didn't crash into it. I figured out he'd, ram right into it, but I guess not. Of course, that would serve him right anyway. What's this airship? Is it the Royal Army? No, the coat of arms is wrong. It's the Royal Guard ship, a high-speed cruiser. Her name is the Ariziel. I think that's right. Well, looks like we got here just in time. That blue and white uniform. Are you Her Majesty's Royal Guard? Precisely. I am the company commander, Julia Schwartz. Mayor Morris Delmore of Ruin, I'm placing you under arrest for arson, robbery, and embezzlement, among other charges. This is a dream. It has to be. No. He just fainted. I'm glad they keep the sound effect for the fainting still there. What's going on? Jean called the Royal Army for reinforcements? But how'd they get here so fast? Oh, ho there, bracers! Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Please, let us handle this matter. I pressed Mayor Delmore for information once he regained consciousness, but he apparently can't remember anything regarding the past few hours very well, if he remembers them at all. He's also drawing a complete blank about the arson and robbery. Really? Kinda like the leader of the Sky Bandits. Maybe it's related to those men in black from before. Well, even if he can't remember, the crimes are pretty clear-cut. It should go without saying that we'll be checking out his steward, too. If we uncover anything, we'll be sure to let the Bracelet Guild know. We appreciate it. By the way, Lieutenant, I have a favor to ask. What might that be? Would it all be possible for me to get on board that ship as well? It's supposed to be the most advanced airship ever to come out of Zuis. It'll make for a great story, and I really need one. I'm afraid not. The RSL was only just completed and is still undergoing flight testing. I must ask that you not comment on her at all until she's officially unveiled. What? Oh, come on. You gotta at least give me something about the mayor and his steward being arrested. Don't worry, the facts of the story will be given over to the Royal News Agency. Until then, please refrain from reporting any of this. What choice do I have? Alright, I can do this. I can write a story that even the barest scrap of info. I've got to hurry back to the agency and put these events to paper. If you pardon me, everyone. Well, he's in his usual high spirits. Haha, would you expect any less? I'm told that the Liberal news circulation has increased dramatically of late. I hope he's not planning to write a big propaganda piece. What do you mean? Never mind. That was quite impressive, First Lieutenant Schwartz. Colonel! Whoa! Colonel Richard? Oh, I remember you. I presume that you are the new bracers the guild spoke of. Oh, so you were the one Jean got in touch with, Colonel Richard? Yes, I received word at Leston Fortress where the royal forces are stationed. I got here as quickly as I could, only to find that the crisis had passed. Excellent work, Lieutenant. That's very kind of you, sir. Still, I wonder, what would bring the guard from the royal city here, and so quickly? Perhaps you know of a route so secret that even our intelligence division is unaware of? Surely you jest. Haha, come now, Captain. This is hardly a time to pick a fight. I was simply admiring the proactive stance of the Royal Guardsmen. It's good to have you on our side. If it pleases you, Lieutenant, we'll take over the investigation from here and move matters to Leston Fortress. I believe the mayor will be well attended to there. Yes, sir, I understand. Now, if you'll excuse us. The ladies and gentlemen of the Bracer Guild and Royal Guard, and the young lady in the uniform. Fate willing, I think we shall see each other again. And with that, I bid you farewell. Safe travels, everyone. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but did the Colonel look like he was eyeballing Chloe to anyone else? Oh, was he? I'm sure it's just because he doesn't see students very often in his line of work. I wouldn't make too much of it. Oh, I bet you're right. That's probably it. That's not the impression I got at all. I'm certain that he's just as surprised as you are. It's hard to believe that Bracer so young would be so capable. He might be scouting you out to become part of the Royal Guard. Oh, come on. Don't flatter us. We just had a lot of help on this case. You needn't be so modest. You're not full-fledged bracers yet, but I presume that you wish to become so. Well, yes, we're in training for it. We intend to travel all over the country before the Queen's birthday celebration as part of our preparations. I see. You're partaking in self-study then? Lieutenant Schwartz, everything is ready for the CO's departure. Acknowledged. Estelle and Joshua, and Chloe too, of course. We must be leaving soon. I hope that our paths will cross again. Yes, ma'am. We'll be looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Now, what's that falcon doing sitting on the, platform there? Regiment, attention! Whoa. Royal Guardsmen, warship Aracel, prepare for takeoff. I do like the design for this one. It looks a lot less like the ones from Mega Man Legends. Wow, a salute and fanfare to go with it. That's a little overwhelming. Yeah, and the state-of-the-art ship to boot. But I guess you'd expect as much from the defenders of Her Majesty the Queen. True. Lieutenant Schwartz sure is cool, though. She kinda reminds me of that character that Claude played, Oscar the Knight. I think so, too. What an odd coincidence. Scree! Okay, so that was Zig. Oh, don't tell me the Royal Guardsman showed up. And the aerosol was there too? She's supposed to be cutting edge. It's too bad I just worked the info desk. I would have liked to see that. I never figured for you for the military enthusiast. Still, didn't you end up speaking to Colonel Richard? Yes, he was on duty at Leston HQ. I don't know how the Royal Guardsman got there so quickly though. I guess there's a lot more cross-communication in the military than I thought. Amazing that they managed to communicate at all, given how many agencies there are. Regular Army, Patrol, Border Patrol, Intelligence, the Royal Guard. It must be pretty complicated. Cleaning up after an incident like this will be a major undertaking. What will happen to the administration of Ruin from now on? Yeah, since the mayor's been arrested. I'd imagine they'll be sending in someone as acting mayor. And if Delmore is found guilty, elections will have to be held. Plus, reparations will probably be made toward the orphanage. Really? Thank goodness. All of this is thanks to Estelle and Joshua. Thank you so much, truly. Oh, come on, you don't have to be so formal. We just did what was right. Plus, it wasn't just us. Agate played a big part. Speaking of... Jean, have you received any word from him? Yes, but unfortunately, I'm afraid he wasn't able to capture the men in the black uniforms. They were not alone, apparently. Agate was ambushed. What? Is he alright? Yes, he managed to defeat them. I believe he gave chase and they were on their way to Zuis. By now, he's probably well outside of Ruin. Wow, talk about hardcore. Well, he's got plenty of experience after all. He's been chasing those black-clad characters for a while. I think they're related to a job your father asked him to do. Did Dad ask him? And Agate just did what he asked? Well, the one to put Agate of the Ravens in his place was none other than Cassius himself. And whatever he might like to claim, Agate stood no chance against him. Whoa, seriously? Cassius really beat some sense into him, and Agate's too stubborn to simply say thanks and leave it at that. Ah, I get it. Maybe that's why he's so abrasive when it comes to us. Abrasive barely covers that guy's attitude. Guess he's not so high and mighty where his dad is involved, huh? Haha. Oh, speaking of your father. Something wrong? What about that black orbment that lit up and saved our lives at the mayor's estate? Oh yeah, that's right. So much has been going on that I forgot all about it. I wonder what that was all about. That orbment may have saved our skins, but it was still weird. An unusually colored orbment, huh? What can you tell me about it? Well... And we get an explanation from Estelle that is, along with a memo, had been in a package addressed to Cassius. Oh my, that's quite a story. From Kay asking about a Professor R. Could it be... You know what it means? Not specifically, but I got a hunch, but nothing to back it up. But if you want to know more about its origins, I would suggest going to Zuis. Why Zuis? I think that's right. I'll just keep it. As you should know, Zuis is famous for the manufacture of orbments. There must be someone there who might know something about your orbment. Makes sense. We may never learn more about the Black Orbment without consulting an expert. But we still have more training here to finish. Well, about that, you may want to prepare yourselves. Oh cool, we got a recommendation. What? Really? Haha, you had to have seen this coming. I mean, you got a recommendation from boys after the Skyban incident. Given your crucial roles in all the cases recently, I see no reason not to award it. Your assessment and reward have been prepared. Ah, we got the festival help And we're still 4th class though. And the Thea, the target. Oh cool, we just hit 3rd class. And we got the Death Blow 1 quartz, which we already got thankfully, but it's nice. Wow! All this on top of the pay from performing in the campus festival? Thank you for everything you've done for us. Come now, you've earned it. I confess, I would also like to see you advance as quickly as possible. I believe we'll be able to make the best use of your talents this way. Thank you, Jean. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Congratulations, both of you. It'll be kind of lonely here without you, though. Chloe? You're right. It'll be tough to say goodbye. Oh, please, don't mind me. I'm just being selfish. Will you please tell me when you find out what day you're leaving? I'd like to see you off, at least as far as the Erletson checkpoint. And that's it for Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky Chapter 2, The Magdragil of the White Magnolia. So, join us next time when we start Chapter 2 of Chapter 3, sorry, of Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Until then, have fun gaming.